Hey there, it is Faith Talk Live. I'm McProbst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
You're watching Facebook Live, YouTube Live. There with the purple glasses, it's Brandon Hollingsworth. He is the COO and creative director of Brainy Pixels. Brandon, how are you?
I'm doing great, guys. How are you? Good to be back.
Doing well. It's good to see you. And yeah, your eyes do look a little purplish with the reflection of your screen. And unless you're like, zombie-esque now or something, that if you space them just right, they're right around your eyes, and it kind of gives you a cool look there. There you go.
Yeah, well, I can credit that to my wife. Last year, as I was going on all these podcasts and radio shows, she's like, "I'm getting you a new pair of glasses that don't reflect as much, but apparently they reflect purple." So.
And
she wants me to look cool, I guess. So
well, she's got it. So
well, you were cool, period, with the beard. So there you go.
Yeah, I hear you, Rick.
Yeah. Well, let's catch up with you a bit. First of all, if those that have seen us before with you, they'll remember that I made a Freudian slip and said Brainy Pickles, and then you and your department there put this amazing package together. It's pickles with the logo on it. Read that gray matter line, Dan. I had forgotten about it. There it is. There's the picture. That's Brainy Pickles, and mine's right here in front of me, but it's under a bunch of stuff because I'm very messy. So it helps the gray matter there, but who knows? We may start selling those Brainy Pickles.
Hey, I am totally game. Let's do it.
That'd be
especially if they increase the gray matter and brain power. I definitely need that as I get older. So,
well, I can't attest to that. We've not been clinically trial tested or anything. But
well, all you have to do is say the FDA does not approve the statement, and people never read that, and they just think, "Oh, it's going to increase my gray matter." Okay,
that sounds great. Let's do it.
That's funny. We love talking to Brandon and all that. I mean, they're always into something. Just when you thought it was time to relax, they don't relax. They go night. Let's catch up with you on Cubekins. Now, Cubekins, I think we talked about it, last year, and it wasn't released yet publicly, and then it was released, and then bam, people are loving it. What's going on with them?
Yeah, so things are blowing up with Cubekins. Cubekins is a Christian animated cartoon that our studio created. It's a 22-minute long pilot. We self-funded it. We created it just to see if we could put something out there that Christians would love and other people as well. And we've submitted it to a whole bunch of film festivals as well. And we're currently up to 12 recognitions of some sort, either a selection, a nomination, or an award. And we were blessed about 3 weeks ago to win Audience Choice for Best Animation at ICFF, which is the International Christian Film and Music Festival in Orlando. And I think that's the largest, if not the second largest, Christian film festival in the world. So we were very, very surprised by that nomination and by that win. But we were super blessed to receive it. So people are really enjoying the show.
Congratulations. And not only the show, you now have a CD, a worship CD that also came out and goes along with the Cubekins. Tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So our Cubekins Worship Song Celebration CD is out. We launched that the week after ICFF up at Family Fest in Gatlinburg. We were hanging out with Mark Lowry of gospel music and comedy fame. We were blessed to be a part of his booth, and we launched that CD there. It was very well received, and it's out. You can buy the physical CD now, and you can also get it on Amazon Music, Apple, and Spotify as well. So digital music is available. And what we wanted to do with this is we actually wanted to create a series of music videos to actually help promote the show. And then a music person heard it and was like, these songs are amazing, because the young lady who sings these songs is actually a gold ticket winner from American Idol. She plays one of our characters, Kara, in Cubekins, and she just brings it home with these songs. They're like, the Bible and This Little Light of Mine. But they are done in a new kind of inventive way, and the kids really, really love them, and they kind of jam out to them, which is great, jamming out to Jesus. And people are loving the CD as well. So we just launched that a couple of weeks ago.
So it's one of those CDs that the kids, when you get in the car, they say, play the CD again and again and again and again and again. And the parents are like, no. And the kids love it.
Yeah, well, actually, the parents love it too because
Okay, good.
I'm a fan of '70s funk. Right, that's me.
Yeah.
That's my jam. And I was sure to insert a little of that kind of influence into the
All
CD. So
right.
it's actually songs that I think parents will enjoy too. So
Good. Awesome.
Brandon
we don't
Holling.
wanna-
Go ahead, Brandon.
I said we didn't want to create a CD that parents were like slinging it out the window.
Oh, it accidentally broke. I'm sorry, honey.
And also, you can obviously buy the CD, but you can also check it out on Spotify and Apple Music. And I think you said one other venue, didn't you? Or were those the only?
Amazon Music as well. So
Yeah. Good stuff. Brainy Pixel, Brandon Hollingsworth, always love hanging with him. Now, did you guys have a relationship with Mark Lowry before, a connection, or was that the first time or what?
no, this has been again a God story where we were introduced to our composer for the show through our worship leader, our minister at church. And then he introduced us to this composer who's actually 15 minutes from our house in North Alabama, who's worked with Emmy award-winning, Grammy award-winning artists. He did the music for Cubekins, the show. And then he introduced us to a fellow in the music industry who's an agent. And that agent saw the show, heard some of the songs we were working on, fell in love with them. And then he actually is Mark Lowry's agent and made that connection. So we're in talks with Mark now about possibly, coming on the show and being a character in Cubekins. And we got to go up to Family Fest and hang out with him backstage and go on his tour bus, which was, a really cool, fun thing as well. So
Yeah,
it's just a God thing.
that's awesome that he might be in the show. That would be a lot of fun. How do you see him as a cube? Would he be like an older, sage, wise guy, or what would he be?
Yeah, we're talking about possibly having him be an uncle character or maybe a grandfather type character. Although Mark, he has this very distinctive profile with the nose and the chin, and he's like my Cubekins will have to have a chin. So we're trying to figure that out, technically how we're going to do that. So we'll see what happens.
Awesome.
Now, are you currently in production for another season? Or are you writing at this point, creating on your devices? What are you doing?
Yeah, so we're working on ideas for episode 2. So we've just got one episode out because we're looking for funding. Although we are in some talks with some producers about that since the win.
Yeah.
But we're working on ideas and concepts for episode 2 currently, and we've got about 30 ideas in the can for Cubekins just for a series. But again, it all comes down to funding. So we're looking for that perfect partner that God has in store for us to make this show something that could be enjoyed by people for a long time.
Hey, it's
Very
good
cool
stuff. Go to the website, and not only can you see the great stuff there, but also you can be a part of it, as Brandon just mentioned. BrainyPixel.com, plus the Facebook page too. You can check them out, and Cubekins.com. All right, I think it was the last time, maybe the time before, we were talking about the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked to the young man in, where was he? South America somewhere.
Central America, El Salvador. Yes, absolutely. Yvonne. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And since then, you've come out with David the Shepherd. Mm-hmm. It is Chronicles of Faith, David the Shepherd. It's, I guess it would be what? Number 1, right?
Well, it's technically number 0, but it is the first. It's the first in the series. It's a prequel story. What we're actually doing is we're taking a reference to a story in the New Testament that's not, the story's not told, but it's referenced in Scripture, and we're telling that story for the first time in the comic form. And then after that, we're going to tell the entire story of the life of David in 14 issues. And so issue 0 is out. It's a 24-page, beautiful, top of the line comic. We just actually launched a print on demand version of that yesterday. So you can now finally get it in your hands and not just digitally. That's at our website as well. And we are very close to being done with issue 1, which will be another 24-page full color comic. So
awesome. And they can find out more about that at brainypixel.com or / Chronicles of Faith. David the Shepherd. Now, you said 13 different stories to cover his lifetime.
It's 14 different stories to cover his entire life. That's detailed in Scripture, and we're not going to shy away from the parts that obviously a lot of people might shy away from. We're not going to glorify sin, But we're definitely going to focus on those parts because the story of redemption, David's redemption, is central to the story of the Bible, and it echoes that entire story in the biblical narrative. And so we want to bring that out, and we want kids to be able to talk about that with their parents and understand that, from their level. Obviously, we're going to keep it family friendly. So
awesome.
I'm impressed with. I haven't read it, but obviously, the content's going to be amazing. But I'm just so impressed with the artwork and the quality. And it's not stick figures. If I did it, it would be stick figures.
me too, Rick. Me too.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at it, and I haven't studied it, and I don't know if you have one there, or you have a picture or something. Maybe next time we'll put it.
Let me see. I might be able to share one here. Let me
but
see.
When David is on the front, and he looks like he could kick butt and take names,
right?
Which is really cool. But on where his name is David, on the eye, a stone has come and hit that eye and cracked it.
Right.
And I thought I picked up on that. Me and my lightning quick brain. I thought that was awesome. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they're up there where the eye is. If you're watching, that's the stone. Because at first I was like, why is there a crack in the eye? Then I saw the stone, and I thought, wow, that was really thought through.
Yeah, so absolutely.
Yeah. Chronicles of Faith, David the Shepherd, and go to brainypixel.com, and they can get you said the paper version. What kind of paper is it these days? This is like when I was growing up, but we had parchment.
No, it's not.
You had stone tablets growing up.
Yeah.
A scroll. And on the fourth day.
Yes.
No, it's the print on demand paper is actually really high quality. There are still some comics that are printed on newsprint, like when we were kids, Rick.
Right.
That you would go down to the corner drugstore and get your comics, and it was very thin, very easy to tear paper. But no, the quality of the paper is actually really nice. And there's actually this whole gamut of quality in the print on demand space and in the comic space where you can go to these days. And we're trying to hit a nice middle ground of affordability and quality of the actual product. So, and back to your statement about the art, the geniuses at Mercy Ways, and that's the El Salvadorian studio that we're partnered with, making this comic, and a couple of others as well. They're number one, they're in love with Jesus. And number two, they're saturated with prayer and scripture, and they are experts at their craft. They are just absolutely amazing producers of art and of graphic, blandishment, so to speak, to go back to Schultz. So they're top of the line in their craft. And so we're super blessed to be partnered with them.
Very
cool stuff. Check that out. All this stuff is really good. Cubekins, of course, the worship CD, or you can Spotify it or Amazon Music, Apple Music. And then the first comic book, go to brainypixel.com, also cubekins.com, and check them out on Facebook as well. Brandon, let's catch up with you at the beginning of fall. Let's see where this first issue, where it landed. I'm sure it's going to be huge. Just remember the little folks, Rick and Dan. Okay.
You guys are always my first go-to when we got something to announce. So you're not the little folks. You guys gave me my first shot. So
if you need washed up DJs that look like cubes in a cubekin, you just let us know.
We actually have an idea for an episode that we're working on that features you guys as cubes. So
oh boy,
we'll be talking
exciting.
That would be.
I've never been a cube before.
That would be very humbling. I'm not so sure people would like that episode with washed up disc jockeys, but a whole nother issue. Hey, always a great time with Brandon Hollingsworth, Brainy Pixel. Hey, be a part of it. Not only enjoy the quality that they have there, but we want to see more Cubekins and more stuff that they're doing, more CDs and more comic books, because it's not just entertainment. It's actually helping to transform people's lives. Cubekins.com and also brainypixel.com. Brandon, we got to take a break. We'll be right back. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith Talk Live.